Y'all, just when we thought we'd heard everything about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, new reports are emerging that federal agents are reaching out to witnesses to uncover what really went down at these events. And let me tell you, the details coming to light are way darker and more disturbing than anything we've heard so far. We all know Diddy threw some wild parties, but this child is on a whole different level. Here's what's going down. Insiders are revealing that the feds are building a case around these notorious freak-offs, and now, witnesses are stepping forward to share what really happened. What they're saying is sickening, even by Hollywood standards. There are whispers of out-of-control behavior, some bordering on satanic rituals and full-blown exploitation. And then there's this one man on X who shared a video spilling tea on how Diddy would allegedly use tapes from these freak-off sessions to blackmail some high-profile executives. But get this, his entire account was removed from X before people could catch on to what he was trying to say. So clearly Diddy is just the tip of the iceberg, and it looks like a whole bunch of powerful individuals were involved in those sessions. Now, with Diddy under close watch, folks are speculating that those higher-ups he was blackmailing might try to Epstein him. Y'all, this situation is absolutely terrifying. So stay with me because I'm about to give you the full scoop on what happened at Diddy's freak-offs. Let's talk about this for real. A lot of people have been making jokes, memes, and sketches about Diddy's freak-offs and those 1,000 bottles of baby oil, but trust me, there's nothing funny about this. What we're really seeing is a dark glimpse into how twisted and dangerous the industry can be. These powerful people behind the scenes will stop at nothing to satisfy their sick, twisted desires, and Diddy might just be one of many pawns in this game. Here's where it gets even wilder. While Diddy's name is all over the headlines right now, it's looking like there are much bigger fish out there who are sweating over what he could expose. These high-profile figures are shaking in their boots because if Diddy talks, the fallout could be massive. And guess what? It's just been confirmed that Diddy is now on suicide watch at the Brooklyn jail, where he's awaiting trial for his alleged role in an exploitation ring. According to the New York Post, Diddy's mental state is unclear, but they've placed him on watch as a preventative measure. You know, people are already comparing this whole situation to Jeffrey Epstein's case. Remember how Epstein was supposedly found dead in his jail cell after taking his own life? Yeah, nobody really bought that story. Epstein had dirt on everybody from celebrities to politicians, and we all know he was running some dark behind-the-scenes blackmail operation. He'd lure high-profile people to his sick parties, get them involved with underage individuals, and allegedly tape everything to blackmail them. As for the motive, you already know I can't get into the full details here because YouTube would snatch this video down real quick. But if you dig into Epstein's background, his connections, and the role his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell and her father played, you'll start to piece together which foreign intelligence agency Epstein allegedly worked for. Now back to Diddy. The whispers in the industry are wild. Word on the street is that Diddy was pulling the same kind of moves as Epstein. Allegedly, his freak-offs weren't just about wild parties. They may have been part of a deeper, more disturbing blackmail operation. There's speculation that he was allegedly luring big names to these parties, getting them involved in shady situations, and possibly using that as leverage. Now, with all these new details coming to light, the industry is in full panic mode. The high-ups are terrified that if Diddy spills what he knows, it could expose a web of powerful individuals engaging in activities they definitely don't want the public to know about. The fact that Diddy is on watch is raising red flags everywhere, and people are already speculating that the same high-ups he's been blackmailing for years might pull an Epstein on him. So, how do we know Diddy was really running a blackmail operation? Well, technically, we don't have concrete proof. But multiple clues and hints dropped by insiders paint a pretty clear picture of those freak-off sessions. The scary part is that people trying to expose high-profile individuals who attended Diddy's parties seem to be getting silenced left and right. There was this user on X who went by the handle at AorMajor420 who had been dropping hints about Diddy's parties even before Cassie's lawsuit hit the spotlight in November. This user, who apparently works in the music industry, would occasionally post about how he couldn't wait for Diddy and his music executive bosses to be exposed, saying people didn't know half of how dark the industry truly is. But, as is often the case, people are so brainwashed by wealth that every time someone criticizes a rich celebrity, folks jump to their defense, accusing the critics of being broke or jealous. Now that Diddy is behind bars, the narrative is shifting, and people are digging up old posts from those who've been trying to sound the alarm for years. After Diddy's arrest, at Ayor Major 420 came back on X and posted a video where he talked about Diddy's early days in the industry. Allegedly, Diddy threw one of his infamous parties and invited top Jewish executives in the industry. Here's where it gets dark. Rumor has it, Diddy laced their drinks with something that made everyone a little too loose, and the party quickly spiraled into an out-of-control. The tea is that Diddy allegedly recorded everything that went down and then used those recordings to blackmail these powerful executives. Word on the street is that this was how Diddy gained a lot of his early influence and power, using the footage as leverage to make major moves in the industry. Unfortunately, the user who posted the video about Diddy's alleged blackmailing had his entire account removed from X, and the video has since disappeared from the internet. I did my best to find it, y'all, but they buried it. The video was removed so quickly that no one had the chance to screen record it, but if it pops up again, I'll make sure to update y'all. Even without that specific video, rumors about Diddy's blackmail parties have been circulating online for a while now. There's also an independent journalist, Ian Carroll, who shared several videos a few months back about Diddy's rumored blackmail ring. He alleged that this type of thing has been happening in Hollywood for decades. This rabbit hole is deep. And to fully understand Diddy's situation, you need to understand the history of blackmail in the industry. Many people don't realize the long-standing connections between blackmail, rap music, and power dynamics in the industry. Diddy, one of the most influential figures in rap for the past 30 years, has now found himself at the center of it all. This court case has alleged a wide range of serious crimes, notably that Diddy had all of his homes wired with cameras, hosted parties involving underage girls, rappers, label executives, celebrities, and politicians, and collected blackmail on numerous influential people, akin to Jeffrey Epstein's operations, but within the music and entertainment industries. The FBI, which was initially the Bureau of Investigation, BOI, was led by J. Edgar Hoover for nearly half a century. Hoover, widely regarded as one of the most corrupt government officials in U.S. history, played a key role in shaping law enforcement and organized crime in America during his tenure. To understand the dynamics of blackmail in the entertainment industry today, we need to look at the origins of blackmail in the U.S., particularly the relationship between J. Edgar Hoover and Meyer Lansky, a Jewish mob boss from the Prohibition era. Lansky allegedly blackmailed Hoover with compromising photos of him and his assistant, Clyde Tolson, who was also rumored to be Hoover's romantic partner. With this leverage, Lansky initiated blackmail parties, colluding with gangsters to gather incriminating material on powerful figures, including Hoover himself. These events, held in the Blue Suite at the Plaza Hotel, involved cross-dressing and were all caught on camera, creating a cycle of blackmail that ensnared many important individuals of the time. This stigmatization created a fertile environment for blackmail, as those who were gay were forced to hide their identities. The power dynamics of blackmail, especially related to sexual orientation, became ingrained in various industries, including entertainment. Fast forward to the world of rap music, where hypermasculinity is glorified and homophobia is often present in lyrics. However, it's rumored that many rappers who project this image are themselves being blackmailed for their own closeted sexual orientations. The more stigmatized homosexuality is, the more blackmail thrives in such circles, as individuals have more to lose if their secrets are exposed. Diddy, who founded his record label at just 24 years old, quickly became one of the most successful figures in the industry. It's now being alleged that his rise to power was facilitated by questionable moral conduct and support from powerful individuals, many of whom may have been involved in these blackmail schemes. Recent lawsuits, including one filed by his ex-girlfriend Cassie, have revealed disturbing details about Diddy's behavior, suggesting that he, too, may have used blackmail to maintain his influence and success. This web of blackmail and secrecy, deeply rooted in both historical and modern-day dynamics, continues to surface as more allegations come to light about Diddy's involvement in these dark practices. The parallels between his alleged actions and the methods used by figures like J. Edgar Hoover and Meyer Lansky demonstrate how deeply entrenched blackmail is in powerful institutions. It seems like Diddy's involvement in the music industry goes far beyond the surface. Allegedly, he's willing to go to extreme lengths, whether it's money laundering, violence, or other questionable activities, to maintain power. His rise as a record executive, with the help of influential mentors, led to the founding of Bad Boy Records. Over the course of 30 years, Diddy is rumored to have been running blackmail operations within the rap industry, ensnaring many prominent artists such as Usher, Meek Mill, and even Justin Bieber in a tangled web of manipulation and control. The result? An entire music industry controlled by fear, with artists producing the kind of music that their handlers demand, often promoting gang violence and negative cultural messages. This cycle, where musicians are too terrified to step out of line due to potential blackmail, profoundly impacts the content being pushed to the public. By targeting young, impressionable audiences with these messages, it arguably undermines entire communities, shaping perceptions and values in harmful ways. What's most chilling is the suggestion that Diddy's infamous freak-offs and parties may just be the tip of the iceberg, with many powerful figures involved in even darker dealings. If these allegations hold any weight, then what we've heard so far could be just a fraction of the real story. As more details continue to emerge, it raises the question, is Diddy really Epstein 2.0? And will he live long enough to reveal the names of those higher-ups he allegedly blackmailed? It's hard to say, but what's clear is that the truth behind these rumors could have massive implications. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the next video.